All right, so we're going to take this very heavily into the hips today. We're taking this toward firefly or Tittibhasana. So a lot of opening through the inner thighs, definitely getting to the hamstrings quite a bit as well. This is definitely going to be a hip opening flow, so be ready for that. I've got a couple demonstrations toward that before we start. So once we get into the main part of the flow, at the end of the sequence, you're going to be brought to the front of the mat. We're going to take this into crow first. So you start this from a forward fold, bring your hands down about shoulder width, and as usual here, bring your knees to touch your arms, look forward, lean, just take it slow, keep your grip, and lift your feet up together. Big toes to touch, pull the heels toward your seat. And we'll hold this for a breath or two and then bring it down. And then we're going to take this toward a half firefly variation. Now, coming into this, the whole purpose is to get into the inner thighs of the legs so that we're ready for the full firefly pose at the end of class. So this is going to be an entry, basically the same entry you would take going into flying lizard. So to start, you're going to put one leg around one of your arms. My left leg's going around my left arm, left foot between my hands from the front. The right knee's on my right arm from behind. Now, come into the setup and lift the front foot at the very least. Use that leg, squeeze it around your arm, and this is really the larger point of getting into this pose, to feel that tension in your thigh and start working into it for some more opening. If you're going to take it further, look forward and lean. Lift the back foot when you're ready and keep your fingertips digging down. And it's enough to stay right here with that front leg tensed. Now, if you can take things farther, and if you want to take it toward half firefly, see about extending the front leg. To pull that off, you got to keep the inner thigh pulled in. Takes a pretty open hamstring, keep in mind. Hold on to that tension. I've only been able to do this in the last couple of years, so if you're not quite open enough, don't worry about it. But if you can just step this down and move through the vinyasa, or maybe even pull in, whoop, come up to crow, and you can fly that back to chaturanga if you like and move through the transition. So there's a lot of options here. Work it as best you can. At least get the wrapping of that front leg to engage the tension in the inner thigh to start opening that up further. And that's good enough, keep in mind. Just play around and see how far you want to go with that. Now, one last demonstration here at the very beginning of the sequence. In a being down dog, and we're going to take this through a series of frog hops. I do this all the time, so this is probably familiar, but just go through it again. You can take this up high or take it low, but you'll start from here, and then each time, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and hop forward, and you don't have to come up too high. And my toes probably just came about 6 inches up off the floor at the most. The other extreme of this is coming up higher, make it more of an inversion. But same thing, deep inhale, exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward, land as lightly as you can. And each time you want to come down to your toes with your heels lifted and the knees out wide. Part of this is warming up by putting more weight on your hands and resisting the landing. That's what slows you down. And if you're on a wood floor, you should make almost no noise when you do this. And the other thing is to warm up the hips. So knees out wide, heels lifted when you come down. After the third hop, we'll move into the vinyasa from there. So just keep that in mind. So to start, let's go ahead and take a seat. And we will start with open hips. So bring yourself into Baddha Konasana. Now to set this up, that's soles, feet together, knees out wide. And arrange this so you can bring your hands up off the mat and actually sit this up tall without too much strain to keep your torso upright. So if you're having trouble staying lifted, slide your feet away from you a little bit, make a longer diamond shape with your legs. But still, keep the feet in contact, keep the knees wide, relax around the hips to let the knees settle toward the floor. And then just bring your hands down at your sides, just the fingertips here, and this is just for a little bit of stability rather than pressing down. Now, engage through the midsection, pulling through the belly and around the low ribs. Keep your spine stacked, sit up tall. And then relax your shoulders down, keep your neck nice and long. Crown the head toward the ceiling. Pull your chin in just a bit to feel the back of the neck lengthen out as well. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this, let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pull in as much as you can. Fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe here. And just keep breathing like this to start. Now when you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. And then when you exhale, just open your eyes. And move slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. And with the exhale, bring the hands down to center again. And then once you're down, take a twist. Turn to the right side, right hand behind you. Left arm outside the right thigh. Now sit this up tall, keep your knees wide. Look over the right shoulder, crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling. And then just release, and let's take it back and forth. Turn left, left hand behind. Right arm outside your left thigh again. Sit this up tall, reach up to the top of your head. Inhale here. And then with the exhale, release. Turn through center, come over to the right again. Right hand behind, left arm outside the right thigh again. Sit this up top, look back over your right shoulder. And as you're twisting, work to pull the left knee down toward the floor. Keep your knees wide. And then release this. Turn to your left side, left hand behind. Right arm outside the left thigh again. Sit up tall, look back over your left shoulder. As your right arm presses to the left leg, pull the right knee down toward the floor. Keep breathing. And then bring it through center. Let's take one more round. Right hand behind. Left arm outside the right thigh again. Sit this up tall, look over the right shoulder. Draw your left knee down toward the floor. Now as you hold this, start to lean left. Bring that left shoulder toward your left knee. Take it further. Reach your right arm up and over. Keep looking over the right shoulder and just breathe here. Knees are still wide. And then bring your torso upright and turn the other way. Left hand behind. Right arm outside the left thigh this time. Again, sit up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your left shoulder. Keep the right arm pressing to your left leg. And then start to lean right. Bring that right shoulder down toward the right knee. Reach your left arm up and over. Keep looking over your left shoulder. And just breathe with us here. And then go ahead, come back up to center, turn forward. And set the hands down outside your hips. Now, palms down, fingertips out to the sides. Press your hands into the floor and just lift your seat up off the mat. And stay lifted like this. Keep your feet pressing together and your knees out wide. And then just push yourself forward toward your heels. And pull back and just keep taking this back and forth a few times. And just feel this out. And try to actively keep your hips open here. Keep the knees out wide even as you come closer toward your heels. Now the next time you come back toward your hands, stay here but stay lifted. And then take it back and forth. Right knee to the floor, fold your left leg completely over the right. And then open your knees up. Left knee down. Right leg folds over the left. Open up again. Right knee down. Left leg folds down over the right. Squeeze your legs together. And then open this up. Left knee down. Press the right leg down into the left. And then open the legs up again. Press the right knee down. Left knee presses toward the right leg. And then bring the gaze back over your left shoulder. And take it through center one more time. Open this up. Left knee down. Right leg presses into left. Look over the right shoulder this time. And then come back into center with the knees out wide. Set yourself down. Shake your hands out for just a moment. Now let's turn for the camera here, but go ahead and bring your feet down to the floor. Hands down behind you. I want to take this up in a reverse tabletop, a few different variations. So feet in front, about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Palms down, fingertips forward. If you can always back off of the wrists and rotate your fingers to the sides. But either way, lift your seat up off the floor. And let's go up and down. Inhale, press your hips high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift this up again. And exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips and hold this time. Now keep your glutes squeezing and stay lifted. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back, but keep breathing here. Dig down into your heels. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sink back down. Now once you're down, shake your hands out for a moment. But then we're going to take it up again. Now keep the feet about hips width distance, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width, whatever rotation you like, and lift your seat up off the floor. Now before we take it up this time, slide your right foot away from you, maybe about half a foot's length. And we'll go back and forth like this. Inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time and hold. Keep your glutes squeezing, stay lifted, squeeze the knees toward each other. And again, you can have your gaze wherever you like, but keep lifting and keep digging down into your heels. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, come all the way down. Once you're down, just shake your hands out for a moment. And we'll come back up for the other side. So just bring the feet in line about hips width distance. Again, to start, hands behind the shoulder, shoulder width. Now pressing your palms, lift your seat up off the floor, and then this time slide your left foot away from you about half a foot's length. Up and down here. Inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high and hold this time. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep lifting, squeeze the knees toward each other. And press into the heels. Keep breathing with us. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring it back down. Once you're down, once again, shake your hands out a bit. And then go take hold of your knees. Just sit up tall, squeeze the knees in toward you, and lean back so your feet lift up off the floor. And take this to the boat. So keep this upright and keep the compression, closing the gap between your thighs and your belly. And try to hold on to this as best you can sitting upright. Now, release your grip, arms at your sides, bring the shins up toward parallel with the floor, and just hold here for a moment. Now, I'm going to take this back and forth, working that compression a little bit further. So when you're ready, right foot to the floor. Now you can bring your hands down behind you, but lean forward, press your torso into the right thigh. Maybe your left knee's bent or maybe the left leg straight, but keep your inner thighs engaged, legs squeezing toward each other. And then sit this back down, bring your legs back together, but again, sit this up tall. Not too much of a movement, but take it as far as you can. Left foot down, press into the floor if you need to. Extend the right leg forward. Keep your inner thighs working and your legs squeezing together. And then come back down and come back to boat. Now, as we do this, you got the choice. You can have your hands down behind you to push you forward, or you can reach forward and try to use this with the tension of your core. So when you're ready, right foot down, left leg forward. Press your torso into the right thigh. Squeeze the legs towards center. And then bring it back down and come back to boat. Left foot to the floor, right leg forward, press your torso into your left thigh. And then bring it back down and bring your legs together. Right foot down, torso forward, keep the left leg extended. And then bring it back down and come back to boat. Left foot down, right leg forward, press your torso into your left thigh. Come back down, back to boat. One more round like that. Right foot down, left leg forward, press your torso into the right thigh. And then back to a seat. Legs back together. One more time with the left foot down, right leg forward. Press your torso into your left thigh as much as you can. And then bring it back down and come back to boat. Now a little bit different here. Right foot behind your left leg. Now roll forward, right shin down, left foot down. You can set your hands on the floor if you need to. But lean forward, come up all the way to kneeling. Squeeze your glutes and press your hips forward once you're up. And then pull your belly in, round your spine. Come down light, back to a seat, legs together. Now left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward, left shin down, right foot down. You can use your hands. Come up to kneeling, hips forward at the top. Pull back in, round your spine, back to boat. So the opposite of what we had with that pistol position. Right foot behind your left leg. Now roll forward, lean forward, lift your hips and press the hips forward. Roll back down, come down light and bring the legs together. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward at the top. Pull back in, round your spine. And come back to boat. One more round. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift hips forward at the top. Pull back in and round your spine. And come back to your seat. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift hips forward at the top. Pull back in. Round your spine. Bring it all the way back down. Find your balance. Now again, draw the thighs in close. Sit this up tall. And when you're ready, reach between your knees, take hold of your big toes, and use that grip to sit up tall. Still press your low back forward. Keep the shoulders back. Now maybe just stay here. If you can bring the feet up a little higher, take it there. Maybe extend further. Just take it to where you can. You can keep the feet separate or even bring the legs together. Just take this to where you like. Try to close that gap at the hips where it hinges. Bring the thighs in toward your belly. Now, as best you can, stay tense. Try to hold your position and very slowly release your grip. Ideally, do that without falling down. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just cross the ankles, roll forward your hands. And then once you come forward, move around. So stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips move side to side. And just feel things out. Loosen up here for a moment. And then we're going to take this a little further into the wrists. So once you're ready here, go ahead and slide the hands in close to your knees, maybe about 1 or 2 hands lengths forward. And then flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms face up. Spread your fingers out wide, press your fingertips down, and keep the hands tense. Try to claw down into the mat with the backs of your hands. Now, as you hold this, keep your arms straight, keep your spine lifted. Start to sway the shoulders side to side. Hands still tense the whole time. Just feel this out. You don't have to force it. Keep in mind, you can pull your hands in closer to go lighter with the pressure. Now, if you can take this a little bit further, step your right foot forward outside your right hand. Keep your hands grounded. And then give this a try. Tuck the toes of your left foot. Just hover your left knee. Hold here. Keep the hands tense. And maybe move a little bit forward and back with your hips. Maybe a little bit side to side. Probably not too much extra movement. And then bring your left knee down and bring your right knee down as well. Do that on the other side. So step the left foot outside your left hand. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Give it a try, hovering your right knee. Fingertips are still pressing down. Maybe stay in place. Maybe move a little bit. And then go ahead and bring the right knee down and bring your left knee down as well. Now, once you come down, come up onto the fingertips. Keep the hands close like this, but flip them over, back and palms down. Fingertips pointing toward you. Now, spread your fingers out wide. Dig your fingertips into the floor. With the hands this close, this should be a relatively low-stress position, which doesn't mean you won't be feeling it. But keep gripping the floor with your fingers. And just take a moment here. Circle your shoulders over your wrists and just feel this out. Now to take this further, bring yourself into center. Keep that grip. And just go back and forth. Bring your shoulders forward. Bend the elbows underneath you. You don't have to take this too far. And then come back up to straight. And keep moving back and forth. Bend to the elbows. But rather than letting the elbows travel out to the side, squeeze them in toward your midline as much as you can. That's a little bit more of a challenge. Now, the next time you bring yourself forward, stay forward. Just keep a little bit on the elbows. Keep your shoulders forward past your wrists and keep gripping the floor with your fingers. And then just move your feet as you hold that tension in the arms. Step the right foot outside your right hand. Left foot outside the left. And then bring the right knee down and bring your left knee down. Keep gripping the floor and keep your elbows bent. Left foot outside your left hand this time. Right foot outside the right. And then bring your left knee down and bring the right knee back down. Take it the other way. Right foot outside the right hand. Left foot outside the left, still gripping. Bring the right knee down and bring your left knee down. Elbows are still bent. Left foot outside your left hand. Right foot outside the right. Bring your left knee down and then bring the right knee back down. I want to take it through one more round. Shoulders forward, elbows bent, still gripping. Right foot outside the right hand. Left foot outside the left. Right knee down and then left knee down. And then the other way. Bring the left foot forward outside your left hand. Right foot outside the right. Left knee comes back down, and then right knee down again. And once you're down all the way, come up onto the fingertips down, just sitting on your heels. Let's take a moment here. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, bring yourself into all fours. You want to take it from all fours down into a forearm plank. So you've got to bring both forearms down to the mat. Now, you can have the palms together, you can have the palms flat and keep the forearms parallel. Just see if the elbows stay shoulder width out of the way. And step your feet all the way back, feet about hips width distance apart, and bring your body into line. Now, keep your core engaged. Keep your spine pressed up toward the ceiling. Push your hands down into the floor. And then just go straight forward and back. So dig into your toes. Bring your shoulders as far forward as you can. And then press this back. Come forward for 2. And then press back again. Forward for 3. And then press this back. And then forward for 4. And press it back. Now come forward for 5. Press back one more time and stay here. Now still pressing your hands, keep the forearm plank, but pull the right knee forward toward the right shoulder, close as you can go. And then step it back. Left knee toward your left shoulder. And then step back. Right knee toward the right shoulder again. Step this back. Left knee toward your left shoulder. And then step back. Right knee to the right shoulder one more time. Step it back. Left knee to your left shoulder one more time. Step this back. And then go bring your knees down and come up to all fours. Once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment and just breathe here. And now let's take this into a reclining position here. I want you to come down onto the right forearm and down onto your right hip. So basically laying on your side. Right leg extended, left foot behind your right leg. Now, rotate the right big toe toward the ceiling and keep it pointed up. You're working the internal rotation of your right leg. Now, left hand in front of your chest, lean into that. And then just pressing your left foot, lift the right hip up off the floor and keep it lifted, but keep it low. Back and forth with the right foot. Bring it up as high as you can for 1. And then bring the heel down. Up for 2. And bring the heel down. Up for 3. Bring the heel down. Lift up for 4. And bring it back down. Now lift up for 5, keep it lifted, and lift your left hand as well. Now pull the right knee in and touch your right big toe, either with your left hand or the left elbow, and then extend the right leg, keep it lifted. Again, touch the big toe, and then extend the leg. Touch the big toe for 3, extend your right leg again. Touch the big toe for 4, and extend the leg. Touch the big toe for 5, extend one more time, and then come all the way back down, and bring yourself up to center in all fours. Take a breath. And then take it on the other side. So when you're ready, come down to the left arm and on your left hip. Left leg extended, right foot behind your left leg. Right hand in front of your chest, lean into it. And point the toes of your left foot toward the ceiling. Keep that internal rotation with the toe pointed up. Now as you hold this, push onto the right foot, lift the left hip up off the floor. Keep it low, but keep it lifted. And then back and forth, lift the left foot up high as you can. And set the heel down. Lift it up for 2. And then set it down. Left foot up for 3. Set it back down. Left foot up for 4. And set it down. Left foot up for 5. Keep it lifted. Lift the right hand as well. Now pull the left knee in and touch the left big toe either with the right hand or the right elbow. And extend your left leg. Keep it lifted. Again, touch the big toe for 2. Extend the leg. Touch the big toe for 3. Extend the leg. Touch the big toe for 4. Extend the leg again. Touch the big toe for 5. Extend the leg. And then bring yourself back down. Come back to all fours. And once you're in all fours, breathe here. And then before we move on, we're going to play around with that crow setup just a little bit. So when you're ready, just keep your hands on the mat about shoulder width. Come up onto your feet. And set this up for crow. So lift your heels. Knees touch the upper arms. And just keep that contact. Try to keep your hips high, your head low, and bring your shoulders forward. Keep the elbows bent. Now I want you to keep the arms bent and keep the elbows touching, keep the knees touching arms, that's what I'm trying to say. And then put the weight to your toes, keep the heels lifted, just hover your hands up off the floor. And we're gonna walk like this, so bring your hands forward and then bring your feet forward. And just feel it out, you're just moving a few inches each time. So shift your weight from the hands and then to the feet and walk this to the front of the mat. Now once you make it to the front, take it the other way, press in your hands, bring your toes back. And again, you're just moving a few inches each time, not too dramatic here. Keep your hips up, keep your head forward. And just try to feel the rhythm of the movement as you go back and forth from the hands to the feet. And bring this all the way to the back of the mat. Now once you make it to the back, reverse direction again. Hands forward, and then the toes come forward. And just feel it out, take it back and forth. And then once you come back into center, go ahead, set your heels down, shake your legs out for a moment, lift your hips. And then just one more thing to play with this crow just a little bit. So keep your hands down about shoulder width. Now lift your heels and bring the knees well outside your upper arms. We're going to take a flattened version of crow. So the knees are outside the arms, the feet are towards center. Keep the legs squeezing in and then look forward. Now start to lean forward, shoulders forward, bend the elbows, keep your toes touching the floor, keep your gaze forward. And then just play around with this toward balancing. Lift the toes of the right foot up off the floor. Keep that leg squeezing in. And then touch the toes down. Lift the toes of your left foot. And then set them back down. Lift the toes of the right again. Come back down. Lift the toes of the left. And come back down. Now from here, if you can take it further, keep your legs squeezing in. Try to lift the toes of both feet. Don't have to hold this too long. Bring it down when you're ready. And then come back down to all fours. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here. Just breathe. Now you can stay here and breathe. You can take another stretch and just move around if you like. But whenever you're ready, take it to down dog. Tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips. Now as you bring yourself into position, take a look at how you set it up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now flat your palms so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. Now as your chest sinks down, still press your hips up high toward the ceiling. And keep that long upward reach to the hips. Draw into the belly, around the low ribs. Keep your core tense and think about squeezing in through your midsection to extend your spine longer and reach your hips higher. If your legs are tight, just keep bending the knees. And you can always pedal this out and move. Stay loose here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips with distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but then restack your spine. So just slowly around this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips to the floor or to the shins. Lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. Receive the shoulders, palms, press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. And press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control. All the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And let's take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel this and peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and stay lifted like this. Now keep the lift in the upper body, press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, draw the shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward. And work to lift up a little bit higher still. Take an inhale. With the exhale, roll back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active. Work to lift your knees up on the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to help deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Now lift up with your arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long and keep your chest pulling forward. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high, back to down dog. Now paddle out for a moment. Let your hips move side to side. And let's take it through the sun salutations here. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Step or float to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing. Reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga's next, half plank to low. With an inhale, open up your chest. Lift your gaze, up dog or cobra. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. And bring your hips up high to down dog. 2 more rounds. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. And then exhale all the way back down again. Inhale, lift up halfway here. Exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next. Now with an inhale, open up, draw forward. Exhale, pull back in, and bring your hips up. One last round, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, chaturanga. Now with an inhale, open up, pull this forward. Exhale, draw back in. And bring your hips back up. Just find your downward facing dog and breathe here. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with your right leg lifted, open to a scorpion dog right away. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, open up your hips. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrist, stay forward. And as best you can, right big toe toward the right wrist. And then step it back, down dog. Other side, inhale your left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion dog here, feel your body twist. Inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrist, stay here. As best you can, left big toe toward your left wrist. And then step it back, down dog. Now back to down dog, and from here we're going to take those frog hops. There's going to be 3. You can take it up high, you can keep it low, but land on your toes and land as lightly and as silently as you can. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips up high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop it forward. Step it back, hips up high. 1 more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop forward. And then once you come forward the 3rd time, let's take a lizard lunge. So bring the right foot forward, pass the right hand toward the upper corner of the mat, and slide your left foot back. So the hand's inside the right leg. Keep the stance long and keep it wide. Right ankle forward to the right knee at least a little bit. Now look at your right foot. Curl the toes up off the foot. Keep them curled and keep the foot tense. Roll to the outside edge of the foot and let the knee move out to the side. Now sink your hips down low and pull your chest forward. Now you can drop your left knee if you need to, but keep it lifted if you can. Keep your left arm strong. And then reach your right arm forward and open this to the side. So with an inhale, reach back and look back toward that right hand. Exhale, bring this forward. Inhale the right arm back again. Exhale, reach this forward. Inhale the right arm back 1 more time. Now hold here. And take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away. Pull the right shoulder back, keep looking toward the back of the mat. And go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you, and keep your left hip sinking down and pulling forward. Keep that right knee out to the side. Now, if you can hold on to this without backing up your hips, maybe go further. You can bend your left knee and just try to draw that heel toward your seat. There's no grip here. Just keep the bind and keep the right shoulder back. Keep looking back toward that left foot. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, keep the bind and come back to center. So turn your chest forward, slide the right foot into center, and tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. Now we're taking this as a grounded twist. So your left hand's already down, the right foot's flat on the floor, squeeze the right thigh in, keep the right shoulder lifted, try to stack your shoulders as best you can and maintain the twist. Look down the length of your left arm. Now push into the right foot, lift your left palm, and then as slow as you can, bring your torso upright. Right shoulder back, left arm forward, keep your chest open to the right side. And then when you're ready, take an inhale here. And with the exhale, transfer that twist. Bring the left arm down past your right thigh. Now keep the right shoulder pulled back. Look over the right shoulder. And just breathe here. Brace the twist with your left arm pressing into the right leg. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, slowly turn to center. Hands to your hips. And give yourself a moment just to adjust your stance. So you're in a high lunge, deep under the right knee, left leg towards straight, left heel lifted behind. Be sure you have your balance and be sure the hips are squared. Left hip forward, right hip back. Now keep your spine upright, reach the arms up high. We're going to go back and forth from this to a reverse warrior. Most of the action's in your left leg. So just drop the left heel. Left hand to left thigh, right arm reaches up and back, gaze up high. And then reach both arms high. Lift your left heel and square your hips to the front. Again, like that, drop the left heel. Left hand to the left thigh, right arm up and back. Keep your hips low. Both arms high. Lift your left heel, square the hips forward. One more time, drop the left heel. Left hand to the left thigh, right arm up and back. Gaze up high here. Stay low on the right hip. Keep looking up and keep breathing. With your next inhale, reach the arms up high. Now lift your left heel, pivot to the front, square the hips forward again, and then bring your hands to your low back. Now interlace the fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back. Keep your chest open like this. And we'll take this toward a warrior 3. So go ahead, hinge forward, and bring the weight to the right foot. Drag your left big toe forward, and then bring yourself into balancing with that left foot lifted. Keep the gaze forward, keep breathing here. And then slowly bend the right knee, Step the left foot down behind you for a pyramid stance. So it's a shorter stance here, about 3 feet front to back, but hips width distance side to side. So both feet flat, left foot points aside a little bit. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Keep both legs straight and keep your chest open. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just hinge from the hips, lean forward, and move with your chest first. Shoulders back, gaze forward, and hold this here. Now find the stretch on the back of the right leg. Take it further. Bend the right knee if you need to, but bring your belly down to touch your right thigh. So you're trying to keep an arch in your spine at the same time as you maintain that contact belly against the right leg. Now if you're able to straighten the right leg, that's fine. Just maintain the contact. And if you want to take it deeper, you can bend the left knee, lift your left heel up off the floor. Maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling, but take this to where you can. Now with an inhale, slowly bring this all the way upright. Set both feet flat. Bend your right knee, bring the weight forward, and come to standing with your left knee high. Now once you balance on that right foot, take your legs into an eagle bind. Cross the left leg over the right. Squeeze your legs together and sink your hips down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. But if you want to take it deeper, hinge from the hips, keep your shoulders pulled back. Maybe bring your belly down to touch your crossed legs, to touch your thigh, and maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling here. Now slowly, with an inhale, come up all the way to standing. Left knee lifted. And switch your stance. Set the left foot down. And come to standing with the right knee high. Now dig into the left big toe. Once you got your balance, just bring your hands to your hips. And we'll take a dancer variation. Now line the right knee up with the left and reach back with your left hand. Find the inside edge of your right foot. Now once you got that grip, kick into your hand. And then right arm high to take it further, palm forward. Now as you kick into that left hand, lean forward against the tension of the kick. Draw your left shoulder forward to help lift your right knee. And just take it as far as you can go to where you can control your balance. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, release, forward fold. Both hands down, both feet down. From that fold, when you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, come into crow. Palms down. Grip the floor with your fingers. Lift the heels and bring the knees to touch your arms. Now look forward, lean forward. Go slow, but lift the feet together. Toes to touch. Pull the heels up toward your seat. And then bring the feet down. We'll take that half-firefly. So right leg wraps around your right arm. Right foot between your hands in the front. Bring the left knee to touch your left arm from behind. Now lift your right foot and squeeze the right arm before you do anything else. And then look forward and lean forward to lift your left foot as well. You can just stay right here. Keep that right leg squeezing. Now if you want to take it further, maybe extend that right leg forward. And just take it away you can. When you're ready, take it through your Vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. And once you find your down dog, just breathe here for a moment. Let's take all that on the other side. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And then bend your left knee and move into a scorpion dog. Hang that left foot right. With your next inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now stay forward like this, and as best you can, left big toe toward your left wrist. And then step it back, down dog. Other side, inhale the right leg high. Bend the right knee, scorpion dog on this side. Hang that right foot left, let your hips open up. Inhale, straighten your right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, forward, knee to chest, shoulders, wrist, stay forward. Right big toe toward the right wrist, close as you can get. And step it back, down dog. And then from here to those frog hops again, there's going to be 3. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward, land light. And then step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop it forward. And then step it back, hips up high. One more time, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And then once you come to the front this time, take it to your lizard lunge. So left foot outside the left hand toward the upper left corner of the mat. Slide the right foot way back. So make the stance nice and long, but still keep it wide, more than hips width distance side to side. Left ankle forward to your left knee at least a little bit. Curl the toes, left foot up off the floor, keep the foot tense. Roll to the outside edge of the foot so the knee moves to the side. Now press the knee hands, sink your hips down, and pull your chest forward. Now you can drop the right knee if you need to, but keep it lifted if you can. When you're ready, press into the right hand, but reach your left arm forward. And let's open to the side. Inhale, reach your left arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the left arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the left arm back one more time. Hold here. And take a half bind. Left arm behind your back. Palm face may pull that shoulder further back. Keep looking back over your left shoulder. And then bring the right knee down. Flatten the right foot behind you. Keep the right hip low and pulling forward. And keep the left knee out to the side. Now, if you want to take it further still without backing up your hips, you can bend the right knee and pull that heel closer to your seat. But keep the bind. Keep your chest open to the side and just breathe with this. Keep that right hip low. Now I want you to hold on to that half bind. Bring the right foot down, tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee. Walk that left foot in so it's more or less on a separate track from the right foot. It's about hips width distance still. You're in a grounded twist at this point. Left shoulder high. Look down the length of the right arm down at the floor. And then as you're ready, push into your left foot. Just lift that right foot up off, the right hand up off the floor, come up onto the fingertips. Keep your chest open to the left. And then slowly come up all the way. Keep the twist, left shoulder back, right arm forward. Now, once you're ready here, once you're up, bring the right arm down past your left thigh and brace the twist like this. Pull your left shoulder back and look back over your left shoulder. You can slide that right arm further down past your left leg, but hold your twist and keep your left hip pulling forward. Keep breathing. Now, take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your hands to your hips and turn your chest towards center. Let's take a moment just to be sure you've got your stance. So you're in a high lunge, deep bend left knee, right leg towards straight, right hip forward, left hip back, keep your spine upright. And then reach your arms up high. Now take this into the back leg, drop your right heel, right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back, gaze up high. And then reach up through both arms, lift your right heel and square your hips forward. Again like that, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back, look up toward the ceiling. And then both arms high, lift the right heel, square your hips to the front. One more time, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back. Keep looking up and stay low in that left hip. And then again, both arms high. Lift the right heel, square your hips forward. Now, once you're facing forward, bring your hands to your low back and find the interlace that feels strange. Palms together, pull your shoulders back, keep your chest open. And then lean forward to the left foot. Take this toward your warrior three, all the way to the left foot, right leg lifts. Maybe more upright. Maybe toward parallel. Keep your hips squared. Keep your gaze forward. And then take this to a pyramid stance. Bend the left knee. Set the right foot down about one pace behind the left. So again, about 3 feet front to back is a short stance, but still hips width distance side to side. Right hip forward, left hip back. The hips are still squared. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest. Come down to halfway and keep your gaze forward. Now, once you're down, feel that stretch on the back of the left thigh. Pull the right hip forward and the left hip back. Take it further. Belly to your left thigh, even if you got to bend the left knee to make it happen. Still keep the left hip pulling back, right hip still pulling forward. Now, try to look forward the whole time. If you can take it further, you can bend the right knee, maybe lift the right heel. Maybe press your knuckles up toward the ceiling, open your chest even more. Keep breathing with this. With an inhale, slowly bring your torso all the way up. And then when you're ready, put the weight to the left foot, come forward with your right knee high. And once you got your balance here, bring your legs to an eagle bind. Cross that right leg tightly over the left. Now sink down, squeeze the legs together, keep your shoulders pulled back. If you can take this further, maybe hinge from the hips. Bring your belly down to touch your thighs, look forward, keep your shoulders pulled back, maybe press your knuckles toward the ceiling here. Now with an inhale, straighten your left leg, lift the right knee, and switch it out. Make the right foot your base. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now press into the right big toe. Once you're balanced, just bring your hands to your hips. And let's take that dancer variation. Line the left knee up with the right and reach back with the right hand. Find the inside edge of your left foot. Once you have that grip, kick into your hand, and then reach your left arm high, palm forward. Now kick into the right hand, lean against the tension of the kick. Pull the right shoulder forward to lift your left knee. And just take this down to where you can control. Keep your balance. Keep breathing. Keep looking forward. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. From that fold, take an inhale. Lift it up halfway. And with the exhale, set your hands. Let's take it to crow. Palms down. Grip the floor. Lift your heels up and bring the knees to your arms. Now look forward, lean forward, go slow, but lift your feet together, toes to touch, pull the heels toward your seat. And then bring your feet down. Let's take it to that half-firefly. So left leg around your left arm. Left foot between your hands in the front. Right knee touches the right arm from behind. Now lift your left foot and squeeze the left arm tight. Look forward, lean forward, or lift the right foot if you're going to balance this. And maybe just hold here. Keep that tension through the left leg. If you're going to take it further, maybe straighten your left leg. It's still going to press into that arm. Just take it to where you can. And then take it through another vinyasa when you're ready. Once you find your down dog, paddle out here. And we'll take this into the next sequence. So from downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring it forward. Knee to chest, shoulders or wrist, stay forward. And as best you can, right big toe toward the right wrist. Step it back, down dog. Now inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders, wrist, stay forward. As best you can, left big toe toward the left wrist. Step it back, down dog. Into the frog hops from here. Again, 3, high or low. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips up high. One more time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop forward. And then once you come to the front for the third time, take another lizard lunge. Right foot past the right hand to the upper right corner of the mat. Left foot slides way back. Now this one's going to be different. So keep the right foot flat and keep the right thigh squeezing in toward your side, chest facing down. Bring your forearms down to the floor, come down low inside that right leg. Keep that right thigh squeezing in. And maybe to stay here, keep your body in line. Try to keep that left knee lifted. Now if you can go deeper, maybe reach the arms out wide, right and left. Deeper still, you can bind this. You can wrap the right arm around the right leg. Maybe complete the bind with your left hand. Wherever you take this to, your chest is facing down, that right thigh is squeezing in. Keep breathing with this. Now slowly bring yourself back up onto both hands from wherever you are. And then make a quarter turn to the left. Lift your right heel, come to Skandasana here, so sit on the right heel. And both hands down. Left leg extends toward the back of the mat. Now I want you to take this a little lower in your Skandasana this time. So reach your right arm out to the side. And then bend the left elbow and bring that left elbow down to the floor. Stay low inside both legs. Dig into your left heel. And we're going to go back and forth from this position either side. So right hand comes past the left. Lift your hips, sink to the left side. Reach your left arm wide, but sink low inside that left knee. And then switch it out. Left hand past the right, sink over to the right side. Reach the right arm wide, sink your hips down low. Right hand past the left again. Sink over to the left side. Reach your left arm wide, and as you sink down, stay low inside that left leg. Left hand past the right. Sink over to the right side. One more time. Come down low to this side. Right arm reaching. And then switch it out. Right hand past the left. Sink over to the left side one last time. Reach that left arm wide. Bring the right elbow down low. Dig into the right heel. And then bring both hands to the floor inside your left leg. Set your left foot flat. The left foot's going to be a base. Pull the right knee to your chest. Round your spine and take hold of the right knee. And let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, press into your left big toe. When you're ready, left hand to your left hip, draw the right knee out to the side. And this could be a pose. You could say like this. If you want to take it further, left arm reaches down at your side about 45 degrees. Maybe look down the length of your left arm. And maybe start to lean left and lift the right knee. Just hold here. Now this is plenty, but if you want to go further, you can reach the right arm inside the right leg, maybe find the big toe. You can use that grip to pull the knee up higher, or extend the leg further, but you're still leaning. Keep breathing. Still balancing here. Slowly bring yourself up. Right hands to your hips, right knee still to the side. And step the right foot toward the front of the mat. Take a warrior 2 stance for the moment here. Deep into the right knee, left leg straight, one line from the front heel to the back arch. Stay open to the side and reach your arms out wide. Now let's take an eagle bind. Left arm under, right arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. Now, if you need to, reach for the shoulders. Keep the arms crossed. And squeeze, shoulders down, elbows up. Now, either way, keep your arms toward the side of the mat, but look past your right shoulder. Bend into the right knee, lean into your right foot. Lift your left heel. Drag your left big toe forward to all the way to the right leg. And push into the right foot and just stay leaning. Lift that left foot up off the floor. Hold here for a moment. Now we're going to square the hips while we're balancing. Go slow. Bend into both knees. And then lift the left knee up high. Square your hips forward, face your torso forward. And bring your legs into an eagle bind. We're going to take the full pose. Cross the left leg tightly over the right. Sink your hips down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. Shoulders back, elbows up. Keep the arms squeezing as well. And keep looking forward. Just keep breathing like this. With your next inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee. And then set your left foot down. Bring yourself to standing with your right knee high. Hands to your hips. And let's take into dancer again. So line the right knee up with the left and reach back with the right hand this time. Find the inside edge of your right foot. Now once you got that grip, kick into your hand, pull your right shoulder forward. And then left arm high, palm forward. Take it slow. Kick into the right hand and lean forward against the tension of the kick. Keep that right shoulder drawing forward to help lift the right knee. Keep looking forward and just take this to where you can hold. Take an inhale. Exhale, release both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Now from that fold, take an inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, set the hands, we'll take it to crow. So palms down, hands to shoulder width, grip the floor. Lift your heels and bring the knees to touch your arms. Look forward, lean. Take it slow, but lift the feet together, toes to touch heels, pull up toward your seat. And then bring your feet down. Let's take that half firefly. Right leg around your right arm, right foot between your hands from the front. Left knee touches the left arm from behind. Now lift the right foot and squeeze the right arm. You can just stay here. To balance it, lean forward and lift that left foot up as well. Now this is good enough. If you want that full half firefly, see about extending that right leg forward straight as you can. Got to use a lot of tension on the inner thigh. And then whenever you're ready, from wherever you are, move through your vinyasa. All right, let's even all that out on the other side. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest, stay here. And as best you can, left big toe toward the left wrist. Step it back, down dog. Now inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale forward, knee to chest, stay here. As best you can, right big toe toward the right wrist. And step it back, down dog. Last round of those frog hops, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop forward, land lightly. And step it back, hips high. 2 more times, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. And then step it back, hips high. 1 last time, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop forward. And this time stay at the front. Let's take that lizard lunge variation. Left foot moves forward past the left hand and bring it toward the upper left corner of the mat. Slide the right foot back and slide it back long. Now keep your left foot flat, left ankle forward, left knee at least a little bit. Keep the inner thigh squeezing toward your side. And then bring yourself down to the forearms low inside the left leg. Now this is good enough. Keep that left leg pulling in. And maybe drop the right knee, but keep it lifted if you can. Now if you can go deeper, reach the arms out wide, right and left. And if you want to bind it, wrap the left arm around your left leg. Maybe complete the bind with your right hand. And keep that left thigh pulling in wherever you are. Keep that leg in tight to your side. And keep your chest facing down. All right, from wherever you are, come back up onto both hands. And then once your hands are down, make that quarter turn to the right side, and let's take Sindasana on this side. So lift your left heel, come to sitting on the left heel. Right leg extended, heel down, toes pointed up. And then reach your left arm out to the side, but sink down low. Bring that right elbow all the way down to the floor. Stay low inside that left leg. Now let's go back and forth from here. Left hand past the right. Bring your hips to the right side and sink down. Reach that right arm wide, get that left elbow low. And then bring the right hand past the left. Bring your hips over to your left side. Reach your left arm wide and sink low to this side. Switch it out again. Left hand past the right. Sink over to the right side. Right arm reaching wide. Left elbow down. And then switch again. Right hand past the left. Sink to your left side. Reach your left arm wide. Come down low here. Now one more time. Switch it out. Left hand past the right. Right arm reaches wide. Sink to the right side. Come down low inside the right leg. And then bring both hands down. Now set your right foot flat. The right foot's going to be your base. Bring the left knee to your chest, curl in. And then take hold of your left knee, round this all the way up to vertical on this side. Now once you're up, just take a moment here to breathe. And when you're ready, right hand to your hip, pull that left knee out to the side. Maybe this is good enough right here. Hold your balance best you can. Now if you want to go further, right arm down at your side about 45 degrees. Maybe look down the length of your right arm, and maybe start to lean right and lift your left knee higher. If you want to go further, left arm inside the left leg, you can find the big toe. Now you can use that grip and pull the knee up higher, or extend the leg further, but you're still leaning. Still balancing here, take an inhale. And we exhale, slowly come up, right hands, your left knee out to the side. Step your left foot to the front, come into your warrior two. Deep bend left knee, straight right leg, one line from the front heel to the back arch. And then reach your arms out wide. Now take your eagle bind on this side, right arm under, left arm over. Cross the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. Or reach the opposite shoulders. Again, do what works. Keep the arms squeezing and keep them crossed. Shoulders down, elbows up. Now keep the arms to the side of the mat, but look over your left shoulder toward the front. And bring the weight to the left foot. Lift your right heel. Drag the right big toe forward till all the weight's in your left leg. Press in your left foot to lift the right leg. Hold here for a moment. And take things slow as you square this to the front. Bend both knees. Now bring your torso upright and bring that right knee up with you. And then move into your full eagle pose. Right leg crosses tightly over the left. Squeeze your legs together. Sink down. Maybe touch the right foot to the floor. Hips down low. Shoulders back. Elbows up high. Keep breathing. With your next inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee. Hands to your hips. And just switch your stance. Bring the right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Let's take a dancer on this side. So line the left knee up with the right. Reach back with your left hand. Find the inside edge of your left foot. Now once you got that grip, line up the knees. Keep looking forward. Right arm high, palm forward. Kick into your left hand and lean forward against the tension of the kick. Pull your left shoulder forward to help lift the left knee. And just take this down as low as you can control. Keep looking forward and keep breathing with this. Now take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. And then once you're down, take an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, set your hands. Let's take it to crow for the last time. Palms down. Grip the floor, lift your heels up and bring the knees to your arms. Look forward, lean, go slow, but lift your feet together, toes to touch, heels pull up toward your seat. And then bring your feet down and let's take it toward that half-firefly. Left leg around your left arm. Left foot between your hands from the front. Right knee goes to the right arm from behind. Lift your left foot and squeeze the left arm. Lean forward and lift the right foot up as well. Maybe to stay here. If you want to take it further, see about extending that left leg out. And then whenever you're ready, take it to your last vinyasa. Now let's take this into half pigeon. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Good, bring your left knee down, flatten your left foot behind you. But pull the left hip forward, keep your hips squared, and sink your weight straight down. Look for some of that stretch on the right hip. Or maybe even glutes on the right side. Now, you can stay here. You can take this toward deeper extension, toward the back bend. You can melt down. I'm actually going to cue this toward a lower twist. So if you're interested in that, slide your left hand over to the right and bring your left elbow down to the floor. And just pull the right hand back to the right knee. Now open up your chest to the right side. Keep your right foot kicking down and keep your left hip pulling forward. If you want more tension, you can tuck the toes of your left foot, maybe hover your left knee, but still pull that hip forward and sink both hips to the floor and keep breathing with this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come up onto both hands in front of that right shin. And we'll take another pose. So lower to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. And set this up with your left leg extended, right knee bent, and right foot flat. So keep the right leg in close, but make sure there's a gap, about 1 hand's width between the right foot and the left inner thigh. Now we'll take this as a forward fold. Left hand sets behind you. Inhale your right arm high. And then with the exhale, reach the right arm forward and fold forward inside the right leg. Press your right arm into the right leg and set that hand on the floor to brace the fold. And now touch your belly to your left thigh, even if you got to bend the left knee deep to make that happen. Keep your torso pulling forward. Use your core to draw your belly toward your thigh. And if you can keep that contact, maybe straighten the left leg. Now, if you're able to straighten the left leg, if you want to bind this, you can wrap the right arm around the right leg. Maybe bring the left arm from behind. And just use it to deepen the fold and keep that right thigh squeezing into your side. Keep breathing here, however far you can take this pose. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring yourself upright. Go ahead, cross at the ankles. Roll forward your hands. Step back to down dog. We'll take both those poses in the other side. So once you're ready, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale forward, left knee behind your left foot, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Go ahead, bring your right knee down. Flatten your right foot behind you. And then pull the right hip forward. Keep it in line with the left. And sink your weight straight down to the floor. Now again, you can always take another version of this pose, but if you want that lower twist, slide the right hand toward the left and bring the right elbow down to the floor. Pull the left hand back to your left knee. And keep the right hip pulling forward, both hips sinking down. And try to kick that left foot to the floor to engage the left outer hip. Now if you want more tension, you can tuck the toes of the right foot. Maybe hover the right knee, but still, right hip forward, both hips squared as they're sinking down. And just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring yourself up onto both hands in front of that left shin. Lower the left hip. When you're ready, swing your right leg forward this time. Let's take that fold. Right leg extended, left knee bent. And about 1 hand's width between the left foot and right inner thigh. Now set the right hand behind you. Inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, fold forward and reach forward inside your left leg. Now press the left arm into your left thigh. Set the left hand out to brace this. Now press your belly forward to the right thigh and bend the right knee if you need to make the thigh touch the belly one way or the other. Find that contact. Now you can straighten this further as long as your belly's still on your thigh. If you want to bind this left arm around your left leg, right hand reaches back to complete the grip. And just take things to where you can. Keep that left thigh squeezing in and keep your belly touching the right leg. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring yourself upright. And once you're up, just take a moment, shake both legs out a little bit. And we'll take this right into firefly. So as you're ready, just bring yourself into a loose forward fold. Hands down, feet down, and knees bent. Now to set this up, see you got your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Heels in, toes out. And again, keep the fold loose. You don't want to crank on the hamstrings right away. So go ahead and do this with me. Now what I want you to do here is walk your hands between your legs. Press your fingertips into the floor. And you're pulling yourself down low and trying to take the deepest forward fold you can. So draw yourself down and work to get your shoulders between your knees. Get as close as you can. Now, right here, you see my palms are lifted, fingertips pressing down. This is more or less how you want to be. When you're ready, just look straight down at the floor. And then all at once, set your hands flat, bend the elbows, sit on your arms, and squeeze the knees toward your shoulders. Now, if you do all that and land on your butt, you kind of got to do it all again because you can't really go anywhere. But if you're still lifted and your butt's not on the floor, see about walking your feet to center. This is the arm pressure pose. And if you can hook the ankles together, you can use that and use the tension of your inner thighs to keep balance with your legs squeezing in. And if you're able to keep the inner thighs tense like this, you can take this right to firefly and release that hook. Try to straighten your legs as much as you can and point your toes. But the inner thigh's got to be working or you're going to drop this straight down. When you're ready, just go ahead and bring yourself down to a seat. And then we'll just take one more entry into this pose. Now I find this much more difficult. Some people find it easier, but just feel this out and keep in mind the whole purpose of coming into this is to open your hips a little bit more, whether or not you're going to actually balance this on your hands. So to start, just keep the knees out wide. And then with both hands, work your right leg up your right arm. Now you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder. Just get as close as you can. Once the leg's not going any higher, press your right arm into your right leg. Set the right hand on the floor to keep it hooked. And then left arm underneath your left leg. Work that leg up your arm. And once both legs are hooked, just bring your hands down to the floor. Now use this to deepen your fold. Keep your chest pulling forward between your thighs. Just start to lean back and come onto the hands and just bounce and rock a little bit back and forth. Now I'm going to lift this up on 3, coming forward. And once I say 3, what I want you to do is go ahead and point your toes and squeeze your legs in to lift your butt up off the mat. So do this with me. 1, 2, on 3. Squeeze and point and work to lift up. Get as close as you can. And that is not easy to do, but again, it does open your hips quite a bit. Whenever you're ready, bring this all the way down. And then just release for a moment. Shake everything out. Once you're ready, come all the way down onto your back. And then when you're down, just bring your knees into your chest and squeeze everything in tight for a moment. Let's take this to Supta Gomukhasana. Just bring your left foot to the floor. Right knee to the center of your chest and open up your right leg 90 degrees. Now cross the legs. Bring the left knee in directly behind the right. And then squeeze the legs down. Now it's opposite hand to opposite leg. You can just hold the knees and this is good enough. If you want to go further, you can work your hands toward your feet. And if you want to take it deep, curl your toes toward your hands. Pull the feet down toward the floor and up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now, however you end up with this pose, keep your knees close. Work to flatten your spine. Keep pulling down. And then whatever you're gripping, press back up into your hands at the same time. Just breathe with us here. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your grip, untangle the legs. And switch it out. Right foot to the floor, left knee to the center of your chest. Open your left leg up to 90 degrees. Now cross your legs. Bring the right knee in directly behind the left. Now again, just start squeezing down. You can hold the knees, and this is good enough. Or work your hands toward your feet. Or to go deep, curl your toes toward your hands and pull the feet toward the floor and up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now again, whatever grip you have, keep your knees closed. Still work to flatten your spine down toward the floor. And press up in your hands as your hands are pulling down. Just breathe with this. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Untangle your legs. Bring your knees into your chest side by side. And let's take happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. And then stack your ankles above the knees and pull down on both sides. Now draw your knees down toward the floor outside your ribs and press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And just keep the tension working both up and down. Work to flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone down toward the floor. And you can rock this further side to side if you like. And if you want to take it further still, you can extend your legs up and out against your grip. And you should be more open for this pose than usual by now. And then finally here, take a deep inhale, draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. When you're ready here, just start to move bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything back in, bring the elbows toward your chest, pull your knees up as well. And then find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. And bring your hands at the heart center. Take a deep inhale, hold on toward the top. And just let everything go. And thank you for joining class. Namaste.